Today we're going to be building the iconic R34 GTR. We're going to be integrating with some LEDs and also controlling it with an Arduino Nano. In today's build, it's going to be super cool because we're going to be creating a physical vision board. And what that means is that we'll be creating a scale model of my dream car, which is the R34 GTR. But we're not going to be building a regular GTR. We're going to be building the Z2 Nismo edition. And also to make it even more special, we'll be using a midnight purple paint. And for those who already know, this is one of the rarest and limited cars out in the world, and YouTubers such as TJ Hunt, Ahmed LZ has one, so that's why we're going to create the best of the best. So let's get started on building the iconic R34 GTR, Nismo Z2, and Midnight Purple Edition. We're going to be using this R34 model kit. This model kit's from Tamiya, and it is the Nismo Z2 Edition. And you can see from the background of the model kit, it is a darker version or black background, and usually the model kits are a white background. But for this one, since it is the Nismo Z2 edition, it has a little bit more parts to it that is like exclusive to this version of the model kit. So here you can see we got some of the pictures of the model so you guys get a glimpse of how to build the model, and it's a side profile. And lastly, there is photo etched parts within this kit. I don't know if you guys can see right here. There are parts that you use that are made out of metal to make the kit look more realistic. So we'll be using those parts to make the kit look super realistic. So we'll be using this kit, which is super awesome, from Tamiya, and we're gonna use this so we can make it the Midnight Purple R34 GTR. Okay, a little disclaimer, I didn't notice that the box said the photo edge parts are included, but oh well, so we're gonna make do what we have, so let's get started. So from the model kit, you can see that we have the Nismo wheels here, or you can have the regular GTR wheels. This comes with the regular kit. Then we have all, oh wow, we have the underbody parts, they're all clear. And we got the front panel. And we have the tires. And also we have the front end. So this is the Z2 edition front end. So you can see the bumper here too. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, the bumper's in there. But also I just noticed that they also come with regular front ends. So I'm not too sure what the difference is for this one, so. And also has the rear end too, so I'm not too sure what's the difference. So I'm gonna take a look at that. But they do have all the parts here. We got the masking tape, some of the mesh, and some of the metal badges here. I want to show you guys that this kit came with two bumpers, front end bumpers. You got the regular GTR bumper right here. And then you also have the Z2 edition. So we're gonna be using the Z2 one, but that's pretty cool how they included the regular GTR if you want to include that on your set. So give you guys a quick glimpse. It's kind of like that is a regular GTR one, and then like this is a Z2. I would say the Z2 looks so much better, so we're gonna use this. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll paint the Midnight Purple on this first, and then we'll paint the rest of the body. So I went ahead and painted the GTR bumper that came with the extra kit. So here you can see this is the extra GTR bumper, not the Z2 edition, but the regular V-Spec edition bumper. So I don't know if you guys can tell. Let me see if you guys can tell. I can't tell on the camera, but it has some teal, and then it turns purple at different angles. So which is pretty cool. So it looks black, like you can tell, but if like light specifically shines on it, it makes it look super cool. Let me see if I can use my phone or a flashlight to show you guys the teal color. Hopefully the camera can capture here some light of the paint. So you can see purple. Then if I angle it, I don't know if changing the angle will make the color change, but you can see it's purple, black, and then I'm not sure if the camera can pick up the teal in it. So this is what the GTR bumper looks like. Since it's so dark, the camera can't really pick it up because there's no light reflecting on it. So hopefully you guys can see. Overall, I'm pretty excited for this paint because this is my first time using this type of paint, which is lacquer paint, and also it's a color shifting paint, which is pretty good. So accurate to the Midnight Purple too. So I'm gonna finish painting all the parts, and then we can start building the kit. And then after that, we'll be able to install the LEDs so that we make it look super realistic. Here is the spruce of the Z2 GTR. We have the interior pieces here. You know, the seats, front cluster, and then some of the door panels. But then what I'm planning to do first is we gotta complete the body so that we can paint the kit all in one color. so that doesn't have like different colors, so we can do it all at the same time. So you can see there's the side skirts, got the wing here, and then also some of the mirrors. So we're gonna finish all the exterior pieces first before we get into the interior pieces. Also, here is the body of the GTR. You can see it doesn't have the front bumper. The rear already has some stuff. And then all you have to do is really just kind of glue these together. Fortunately, what I was planning to do was see if I can like change the bumpers if I wanted, since they gave us 2 bumpers, but due to the fact that the lens of the GTR has to be glued shut onto the top, you can't really do that. But then it's still pretty cool to have extra bumper laying around. So here is the GTR body with the front bumper. Hopefully it stays on. So it's gonna look like that. Hopefully that didn't break anything. So we're gonna put all the pieces together and then paint the body. So before we glue everything together with the Z-Tune bumper, I thought might as well just put on the regular V-Spec bumper onto the GTR. You can see 2 different colors with the GTR bumper. Pretty cool though. Don't want the thing to fall, but this is how it looks like. Let me show you what it looks like with some light. Here's the bumper. You see the teal, purple. So different angles, different colors. So hope you guys can see it. There we go. So different angles. So I just finished gluing all the body parts together. So we have the front end bumper, Z-Tune, and also got the wing. So I finished gluing that. This one hasn't been glued on, but this will be glued on later on. So I have the wing here and then also the front bumper. So this is ready to go for paint. Other than that, we're gonna finish painting and then I'll show you guys the end results of the body of the GTR. Look at that right now. So I just finished clear coating it, and then this looks pretty good. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but you can see the different shades. But let me see if I can just do this. Yeah, there we go. So there's the different shades, midnight purple. So I'm gonna finish letting this cure, and then we should be able to start doing the interior parts. Show you guys my Brembo brakes here. So these are the Brembo brakes that I have. They're gonna be blue. I like this color more than orange, so I'm gonna go with the blue Brembo brakes. Here's a better look of the midnight purple paint. You can see the color shifting on this. It looks pretty good. You can kind of see the bronze on this, but if I turn it around, you can kind of see, you know, it's kind of dark and bronze. At different angles, you'll be able to see the teal, but within this angle, you only can see like the bronze and the purple to paint. But overall, I think this was a pretty good paint job. I really enjoy it. I mean, looks pretty good. Have my very own midnight purple GTR. Interior's done, and then I have the chassis here too. So finished doing those, putting all those together. You can see I finished the brakes, made them kind of like a candy blue. So these are the Brembo brakes here. And lastly, the body of the kit. So that's gonna be done, and then I'm gonna add in the LEDs. So I'll attach to all these, the headlights, turn signals, and the rear lights. And then after that, we're able to put everything together and then build a diorama after that. I also included the carbon fiber decal on this spoiler. So here is the carbon fiber wing that we're going to put onto the GTR right there. Since the Nismo wheels are finally clear coated, I can finally put on the tires for it. So here's a set of tires that we have. So basically these are pretty much authentic rubber tires. And then all I have to do is really make sure to match it. So it should be this way, there you go. We got this one wheels with the tires. I don't know if you can tell, but it says Potenza. I think these are Bridgestone. These are Bridgestone tires, so that's pretty tight. Yeah, Bridgestone imprinted on them, but you can't see. But here are the 2 tires. These are going to be on to the GTR. That's going to be tight. So I have the body onto the chassis, as you can see. So the fitment looks pretty tight though. And we got the wheels on too, so this is going to be an awesome build. I'm going to give you guys an update. So I finished wiring all the headlights and all the signal lights. So all of that, you can see all this wiring everywhere. So I'm going to let this dry. Right now we're going to finish letting this cure, everything wired up. So after this is ready, we can put everything together and then should be able to wire everything up to the Arduino. Give you guys a preview of the headlights. So as you can see, here's the headlight turned on. So that's one of the headlights from the GTR. So here is with the lights on. So you can see the daylight running light on and also the headlight. So gotta get those. This one's also wired up, but I want to show you guys a preview of what it'll look like. So that looks pretty decent in my taste. I want to show you guys an update I did on the GTR front bumper. I added a Nismo license plate, which looks pretty decent on it. I like it. Makes it look like a rabbit tooth, but this is pretty cool. I'm not sure what to do with this, but I was thinking maybe I'll do a giveaway. So let me know down in the comments below if you want me to give away this front bumper. So I just finished completing the chassis, interior, and also exterior of the R34. The next step is to add the wiring for the LEDs. So I went ahead and did the wiring for the LEDs, but we're gonna have to utilize this Arduino Nano to control all of these so that we can be able to control the headlights, taillights, and turn signals. But before we do that, we're gonna have to complete this base. So for the base, I'm thinking is to do a Togue run for the R34 to make it look super realistic, since in Japan a lot of people do a lot of Togue runs back in the past. So we're gonna make this authentic piece where we're gonna have the R34 doing a Togue run. So with that, we'll be able to utilize this base to tuck away all the wires and make the kit look super clean with this diorama. I want to show you guys the base that we'll be using. So I have this clear display case, so you can see there's a acrylic cover so that if I ever want to just put it away so that there's no dust on it, we'll be able to use that. And then here's the base we'll be using. So I'm going to prime this so that we can have kind of like a road going on here. And then here is a mock-up of what we're going to do. So we have the R34 here. I know you have the cover, but and then we'll probably put the Arduino right here so it can be hidden away. And then we can tuck all the wires underneath here into this area so that we're able to control the R34. But everything here would be kind of like a road in a sense of the R34 doing a Togue. I'm gonna show you guys. So everything is primed and painted, so you can see it's white now. So I primed it, or I painted it gray on the bottom and then add these street lines onto it. So everything's painted and dried, so I'm gonna rip this apart and then we'll see how it looks like with the base. So here's the base. So I'm gonna peel this off for you guys, see how it looks like. So here's the street lines. As you can tell, this is where the GTR is gonna be. It's gonna be on top right here. Maybe I'll put a mock-up to put on the GTR, but that's pretty decent, right? So we got the GTR base right here, so this is done. So this is the street road that the R34 is gonna run on. I have the R34 GTR onto the base now. You can see everything looks super clean now. This is what the base will look like with the R34. Hopefully the lighting works really well today, because this is what it'll look like with the midnight purple paint. I got the blue caliper brakes, Brembo brakes in there. I don't know if you guys can focus. There we go. Hope you guys can see Nismo wheels. And also got the spoiler with carbon fiber. At first I didn't like it, but overall I think it looks pretty decent. Give a little accent to the kit with the carbon fiber wing. So this is what it'll look like. So we'll be utilizing this Arduino here. So at first I thought I was going to put it right here, but then it looks pretty ugly to have something there since it's not a parking lot. Since I'm going to be putting this underneath to the base, but the base is kind of, or the Arduino is kind of big, so it's going to make the base a little elevated, so I have to find a way to elevate the base to be balanced. But overall, I think we're going to be utilizing the Arduino so that we can turn on all the lights. But overall, I think this turned out to be a great kit. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Paint turned out great. The lights and wiring, so you can see the wiring's all over there, but from this view it looks pretty decent. I like it. So Hope you guys like today's content. I'm super excited to show you guys the end results of this build because I just finished uploading the sketch up to the Arduino. So now we have everything that we need to complete this build. So I took a while to complete the coding because there's a lot to do to figure out how to, turn the headlights, reverse lights, tail lights, everything like that. So a lot of Googling, YouTubing to figure out how to do the code. But other than that, everything works perfectly and it looks super awesome. But there's some little knickknacks that needs to be completed. Like the base right now is almost done. And there's some things that we gotta figure out because the Arduino does stick out a little under the base. So we're gonna figure out how we're gonna attach it under the base so it stays flat basically, so it doesn't like wobble around. I'm gonna show you guys right now the lights so you guys get a preview of what it looks like with the lights on. So here I have the completed build. You can see this is the Midnight Purple R34 GTR. And in the light, you can see that it has the color changing effect from, purple to like gold, everything like that. But here is what it looks like. It has my blue Brembo brake and everything's all mounted into the base. So since the Arduino does stick out, I had to add some of these studs here. So you can see I have these wooden studs that will go under. I'll paint them in a bit so that it matches the base. But this is what it's gonna look like. And then here I have the Arduino, everything's hooked up like it should be. Everything's tested. I have the little IR receiver right here, so everything's gonna be able to connect, wirelessly, so I don't have to press buttons under the base. But I do have a remote here, so this remote controls all the lights. So I program all the lights on different buttons here on this remote, so it's convenient. So let me show you guys what it looks like with the lights on. So the Arduino's on now. With this button, I can turn on the front headlights, so you can see the DRL's running, and then we also have the rear taillights running. So then if I want to have everything just turn on, I would just turn this off. And then I have this one button I set up right here. It will turn everything on. So you can see the GTR is all on, even the turn signals. But here is what it looks like from the front. And then here's what it looks like from the back. So it's pretty cool. I have the tail light, the fog lights right here, the reverse light. Got the turn signals, tail light, and then turn signals right here, and then the front headlights. So this is basically done. All I have to do is paint the studs, and then I can put the case over it and then put everything together. We should be good. I'm so excited to show you guys the end result of this build because this build was super fun and it's so cool to look at because all the lights are turned on. It looks super realistic. And then I really want to show you guys, since this is my physical vision board, this allows me to, take a look at it every day, play around with it. And once I do get my R34 GTR, I can place it right next to it and show you guys, how cool and excited would it be to have the model of your own car. So this was a super fun build. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video today, and I'll show you guys some cinematics, and then I'll see you guys on the next build.